Yeah. Shifting gears a little bit? Not what is looking back. What episodes that we've had make did you, or come back as your favorite? Make you laugh. Just that you liked. I mean,
Well, just
I
make me
thought
pull up
it's fun. The reason I ask is
Yeah.
because talking the other night, Kempsville High School, that episode came up. That was
Yeah.
a great episode.
It is a great episode. There are most people there that day too.
Yeah.
That was fun. Each episode, some of them we knew the people really well, some of the people not well at all.
Yeah.
I'm looking through just the playlist. If you go to YouTube, it's just the Start Wheel YouTube page. That's interesting.
What episode number was that? I'm looking for that.
Oh God, it had to be in the 20s. It was early. I think we even as a business, as business people learn a lot through this, just like, okay, not to throw someone under the bus, but like a Deshaun Wright, right? Where we had to learn like, hey, you need to be stable.
Right.
Like, don't be walking around the park with this thing.
We got stable
internet. Like that kind of thing. Like it's a duh moment, right? But we didn't say it. And then we had to say it. He had great things to say. He had 1-2-time guest in Chris Hill. Man,
I think that
I'm looking through to see like which ones I thought were great. I thought that the musician guy was really interesting. What was his name? He had a fake name.
Oh, Sammy Lee. Yeah.
Sammy Lee. Yeah. That was fun.
Chair One Fitness, I thought was I've got a lot of positive feedback with Chair One Fitness.
Drone Up, because I thought we got into some technical things that we don't normally talk about from a juggernaut perspective. Yep. I liked learning from Two Maids and a Mop about how buying of the signs was really good for him. So like, that's what I mean by like old school marketing, right? I think it's going to work where like people be like, no, it's all digital. And it is. I get it. Digital is going to be great. But, buying a $2 sign and putting it in a yard somewhere actually can bring on some pretty good business too. And he's busting at the seams. Right.
Yeah. The pest control story.
I had heard that one before, so that was interesting. The kid in the background that was actually a cat with Escape Room Virginia. That was a funny moment.
Yeah, and we can't forget about the lawn mowing episode.
That was early. Lawn mowing episode. Actually, so I talked to Nate Scholl of Swim Nerd, and he recently told me that business has picked back up. Remember, swim teams, pools closed, and a lot of places still closed. But he said that a lot of his business has picked back up to 2019, the 2019 timetable. So that's great. This is interesting. I think the interesting as I look through these. As I look through these thumbnails, which I should actually show here, is just the winner of all this is got to be the different.
If you put up the Jim Carroll picture, is that where you're going with this?
No. Okay, let's remove some stuff. So,
Steve's such a great guy, and
so just the different looks. Oh, I forgot we had Chad and Nicole on there. Just so many that we've gone through. Laura Henderson, right? I mean, a business just focused on networking. I thought that was interesting. Some of the ways that she had networked. 757 Accelerate. Okay, so like early on, we used a tool called Ecamm Live. This is the first show. I'm wearing. Look at what I'm wearing. Look at a jacket and whatever. Then we had Erica, but like as the beard grows, it was an excuse. I was like, I can't go to the barbershop, so I might as well do this.
Yeah,
and it's interesting. At some point, look at this. The beard gets ridiculous. That was the Deshaun episode we were talking about. Laura, is this? Oh, remember when we were talking? This is really interesting. 9 months ago, we were talking about price gouging a mask. Now masks are easy to find. It's ridiculous. Nicole Campbell has told me that real estate hasn't really changed in the commercial real estate world here
I've
locally.
heard that as well.
Other places maybe, but not in Hampton Roads.
Yeah.
We had actually started using hashtag the757 more. That's something that I've noticed recently. This is Steve. This is the guy who the lawnmower went off on, right?
Yeah. And so for those that didn't see the episode, we were doing the interview, and that was the exact same time that the lawn service people showed up and started mowing the lawn behind him.
He just gets up mid-sentence. Look at okay, I don't even want to pull this up, but if you can see the beard in this lower left thing, like I look ridiculous. Is that what you're talking about, or my hair?
That was the episode with Jim Carroll. Was your beard was at its longest, and my hair was also at its
I don't know. It looks like, your hair hadn't been, okay, your hair also. Got it. But then I hadn't figured it out. Can you look at, my beard was ridiculous when we talked to Mike Austin. God, this is great.
Looking back, we really we put a lot of time into
our hair,
hair, beards, but also really having timely guests. So talking about what happened with commercial real estate, talking about what happened with conventions and trade shows, talking about,
Chris Shelton when the restaurants were closed and stuff like that, what they had to do. Yeah. And that's hard to do because we do schedule a little bit out. So we're constantly thinking, like, I remember when we had Mike Austin on, it was like, hey.
That was when PPP was first introduced.
Right. But it was like, to even one up that, it's like, when is the right time with PPP to go in there? Because we kept telling him it's not time as well. And then we talked about diversity, equity, and inclusion. Obviously a big year with that.
Yeah.
So some big things on the front there. Actually with Lauren, I thought that was interesting when we talked about just people in people's houses, dealing with that, the accounting aspect. With Misty, there's the chair one. She was great. And then Ario. That one's interesting. I think Ario, is an interesting one from that's like your super techie business in the area, drone up too, probably.
Right.
And then with the restaurant world, what they can do over the next few months, interesting as well. So some great episodes. I don't know if an episode is my favorite per se, but there, some of those moments that you just forget about.
Yeah.
And reflection is, I think, something that needs to be more of, and we should look through those things more because that was pretty fun.
Yeah,
52 hours of interviews. That's a lot of.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that surprised me was running into people, and they watched the show because they knew me, but I would never expect them to watch the show, and for them to say, "Hey, I watched the show, and I watch it every single week." I use it as a sense of motivation, or I'm preparing for when I want to take the journey. To me, that's touching. One, I had to step way out of my comfort zone to do this, and I think that things have changed quite a bit in the last 52 episodes. But it's nice to hear when people are watching and viewing and getting something out of it, because we do put a lot of time into it.
Are you stuck at your home office, socially distanced coffee shop, or your fancy all bricked out corner office, wondering why no one can see your business and sales are all over the place? Sounds like you need a pro. That's why I developed the Anomaly Academy. Insert clever copy here. Oh, I guess I was supposed to put something else there. Oops. You can grab access to the Anomaly Academy now at ZachMillerSays.com/Anomaly Academy.